Now then, hobbyists. Some TV shows have themed episodes, as sometimes it makes good subject matter, or it's relevant, like how Dad's Army had the turkey dinner episode. Even the Flintstones had 4 Christmas episodes, and that was set around 3000 BC. As television loves a repeat, it would not be unusual to be watching a Christmas episode of the Two Ronnies in the middle of June. TV execs though think they are smart, and they started to produce Christmas episodes that don't really feature Christmas, but they can woo people to watch an extended episode over the festive period, like the Only Fools and Horses episode, To Hull and Back, or the majority of the Agatha Christie back catalogue. The same can be said about Holiday on the Buses, as that was released Boxing Day 1973, with an ageing Stan and Jack and Blakey and the rest of the On the Buses shamble of cast went on a bus holiday to Pontins in Prestatyn. I think this is where EastEnders and other soap operas got the idea that Christmas episodes need to be depressing. The reason for mentioning this here is because this is a Halloween episode. Why? Well, because it's Halloween. Does it matter if you're watching this in June? Not really. It's more a Halloween episode because it's being released at Halloween. In fairness, when I'm saying this, it's not actually Halloween either. I guess this proves once and for all that time is relative. Anyway, before we move on to string theory, let's see what the chief engineer has been concocting in his workshop.
Welcome back, viewers, to a very special Halloween spooktacular episode of RC So-and-So. Throughout time, there's been some famous monsters. Frankenstein's monster, the honey monster, but this is the best monster, the Tamiya monster Beetle. This was generously given to the RC So-and-So channel from the RC Elf, so thank you very much. We really appreciate it and can't wait to build it and get on the road. When I was a kid, I wanted this vehicle. A lad called Phil had one by me. I was very jealous, but I never got one. So now I've got the chance to build and drive one. Let's see what's in the box. Usual standard Tamiya box of bits. First off, we've got the iconic VW Beetle shell, lovely hard shell. Previously done one similar to this on the Blitzer Beetle. For this I've got a paint scheme and decal idea in my mind. I won't tell you about it now, I'll keep it as a surprise. So really looking forward to that. To go with the shell, we got the front windscreen and the side windows. Front lights, rear lights. I don't know why it doesn't come with the rear windscreen, but I think I'm just going to mesh the rear end like I did on Blitzer Beetle, because that looks cool. The very bling metallic gold wheels. Really nice. They look good and complement the paint that will be put on the shell. We've got front bumper, sturdy. That'll be good when we're slamming it into things. First part tree K. We've got motor mount, parts for a servo, body mount. Got 2 parts that connect the rear end onto the chassis. Part tree, where was it? C. On this one we've got the motor cover, got the main housing for your gears. You've got these, which are your plastic wheel hubs, and we've got the rear end parts for your drive shafts. a nice little white part tree, part tree B, parts for a servo. Also, you got your little pin that holds the little flap underneath for holding in your battery. Your red part tree P, you got your front end, it's going on your body, sunroof, the lights, and you got your driver. So once this driver's painted up, a few of you will recognise him for the idea that I've had. Ooh, this vehicle isn't a crawler. What have we got on this one? Part 3G. Got your front fog lamps. We've got the cover that goes over your ESC and your radio gear. And you got parts for your suspension and part of the chassis where your body mounts will be. Next up, got part of your front end. That's where your shocks will attach to. You got body mounts, other parts of the chassis, and a couple of servo parts. Part tree F, rear skid guard, part your rear bumper area, your back end, body mounts, aerial straw, don't think we'll be using that. Part tree A and A. These parts your main chassis. Everything will bolt on. That's your little flap underneath to keep your battery in place. And then you got little plates. That's where your on-off switch will go. The tyres. Very nice. Nice and big, spiky. Should be able to take on quite a bit of terrain with those. For this build, I'm going Tamiya Italian Red, the TS8. The Beetle is usually red, but with this one, for a design I've got in mind, the red is perfect for it, so we're sticking with the red. So that'll be nice. That'll stand out. Few of the other parts. Ghoul RC radio gear that I use in most of my builds. Aluminium wheel hubs. Now I've got these on the lunchbox and I had them on my Blackfoot. They're really good. The back end can take a little bit more of a knock because I've had plastic ones break in the past, so upgraded to those. They're really good. Tamiya high torque servo saver, so any front impacts on the servo hopefully shouldn't get damaged. I got some nice metallic red nuts for the wheels. A little part tree H, more parts for the chassis and parts for your front end where your shocks are. A couple of little yellow part trees, all parts for your shocks. Nice and small and fiddly. That'll be cool to build. Metal and rubber bearings, upgrade. The plastic ones straight in the bin. Well, I say that, I've still got more I think, so I'll have to do something with them. The ESC in this build is the TBLE 04S, which is, I haven't used one of these before. I've used the 02 on all the other builds that come in the kit. So it'd be nice to try this one. That's cool. Nice shiny part 3. Part 3 Q, and that's your wing mirrors and your front lamps. Bags of bits. Here they are. Lots of bags of bits. Oh, we got more. Goalies. Bag A. Another spanner. Body parts. We've got your grease, your zip ties, loads of screws. Bag B. You've got your drive shaft boot. Now, with that, on my Blackfoot I had that split a couple of times, but I think that's due to its age and the wear of the other parts. So this one should be cool. And then parts for the drive shafts, and then the metal plates for your gearbox. Part C, you got your shock oil, your screws, skid guard for underneath, and then D, you got your clips, body clips, and more screws. I'll say there's quite a lot of parts to this build. It's cool. Should keep me busy. What else have we got? Nice yellow bag, all the bits for your shocks, nice and bright. What else in it? Whoa! That's gonna come in handy. Gears. Now for this build, I've gone for a different motor and also a different servo. Usually I put JX servos in and go for Tamiya motors, but for a change these were recommended to me, the e-tronics line of parts, so let's give them a go. I've got sport tuned 15 turn brush motor and e-tronics servo, and that's the 9 kilogram one. So see how we get on with these. I think they'll be good. So might be a nice change. We'll see. See what happens. So the only things left now, sticker sheet and your manual. I'll be using a few of these stickers, not all. I won't be using the grey and the yellow and blue stickers. I'll use a few of the Monster Beetle decals and front fog lights, but apart from that I've already purchased some new decals which I'll be putting on. The instruction manual, always good, always helpful. It's amazing how many parts there are. It looks complicated, but it's not that bad once you get started. So I'll keep you updated with the build as we go, and it should only take a few weeks to complete this build. Please like, subscribe, tune back in and see how we get on.
Doesn't that look like a great kit? And I must admit I am really looking forward to see what his plan is with it. I think at this time of year all the winter projects can begin. Let's go! Unless you're watching this in June. So you don't miss out on further videos and similar nonsense, please like, feel free to comment, definitely subscribe and press that bell-shaped thingy to be woken up at all hours for further content. But for now, that's your lot.